Linke.
And I'm Catherine Hennessy. This month on Tower News Network, we're here to reflect on the exciting and interesting highlights of 2014.
And discuss what we can expect in 2015. First up, we have Caroline Edwards with the top news stories of the past year.
2014 was definitely a memorable year for news. We saw stories ranging from the Ebola outbreak to the mystery of Malaysian Flight 370. Some stories inspired us, such as the well-known Ice Bucket Challenge, where a social media campaign for ALS prompted many to record themselves dumping ice-cold water on their heads. This exceeded all expectations, raising more than $1 million for ALS research. Other stories threaten the world. ISIS, the militant Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, gained power and land in the Middle East and provoked many with its violence and hostage beheadings. The March disappearance of Malaysian Flight 370 became an intriguing mystery of 2014 when not a trace of the plane could be found. Still, little information is known about the fatal crash. 2014 came to a close only a few weeks ago with news that kept the world watching and wanting more. Now, we can only predict what is to come in 2015. But with important decisions in 2014, like the legalization of marijuana, we can predict the rise of the drug in 2015. So far, only 4 states, Colorado, Washington, Alaska, and Oregon, as well as DC, have legalized recreational marijuana. Laws in these places remain hazy, as consuming marijuana is still listed as a Federal I narcotic under federal law. But the tide continues to turn in favor of the legal marijuana on the state level. Also in 2014, the income gap between the rich and poor continued to rise, even with the astounding growth in the stock market. The White House has billed 2014 as a year of action, and efforts to stem the widening gap between the rich and the poor has become a cornerstone of the administration's agenda for 2015. Hopefully, we will see more good news in 2015 and less violence. I'm Caroline Edwards, on behalf of everyone on Tower Talk News. Have a great 2015. Thank you.
Wow, crazy how a city 20 minutes away earned a place on the top news stories of 2014.
Still feels surreal to me.
Keeping the stories close to home, here's Brianna Julie with Villa's top news stories.
2014 at Villa de Sham was full of amazing and fun things. Our school's first play, Aida, was a complete success. Everyone loved it, and every night there was a full house. Also, our volleyball team advanced to state, and even though they fell short of first place, they still came back with the second place trophy that made our school proud. We have lots of exciting things coming up at Villa de Sham Oak Hill School in 2015. Congé was in the second week of January, and Stuco did an amazing job putting everything together. Prom is also coming up on Friday, April 10th for all of our juniors and seniors, with junior rings on April 13th, that following Monday. We are also excited for May so we can watch our seniors graduate and do the traditional maypole dance. We are all very excited for all of these activities that are coming up. I'm Brianna, and this is Tower News Network. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Brianna. Now, let's take a look at the top songs, movies, and music videos of 2014. Here's Emily Fuse with your entertainment news.
As we start to wrap up our first month of 2015, let's take a look at the most popular songs, videos, and movies of the amazing year that was 2014. The top 3 songs of the year were the romantic ballad All of Me by John Legend, Rather Be by Clean Bandit, and coming in at number 1 is Happy by Pharrell Williams, the theme song of the hit movie Despicable Me 2. Things really took off for the movie business this past year. The top 5 movies from 2014 were all action-packed, and almost all of them had to do with superheroes of some kind. Coming in 5th was Transformers: Age of Extinction, the Lego Movie, starring voices by Chris Pratt and Will Ferrell. Captain America: The Winter Soldier rang in 3rd. The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1, starring Jennifer Lawrence, was 2nd. And coming in 1st with a gross domestic product of $33,130,696 was Guardians of the Galaxy, starring Chris Pratt. It was also a big year for YouTube music videos as well. Can't Remember to Forget You with Shakira and Rihanna was 3rd. Bailando by Enrique Iglesias had the 2nd most views. And coming in 1st with 715,803,197 views was Dark Horse by Katy Perry. Here's to hoping 2015 media had just as much success as 2014.
Great coverage, Emily. That song Happy just puts me in the best mood. What was your favorite song of 2014?
I must say, I loved all of the songs on Taylor Swift's album 1989. I'm a little bummed none of them made the list.
I agree. Blank Space is going to be a classic. I can just feel it. Anyways, on a different note, here's Kelsey with last year's sports highlights.
From the excitement of the World Cup to the shocking Ray Rice scandal, it seemed like this year, sports were always making headlines. Let's take a look back at 5 particular moments that made this year so memorable. Opening the year, the Sochi Winter Olympics took center ice. Events started on February 7th, and athletes from around the world participated in competitions including skiing, snowboarding, skating, and hockey. Russia, the host nation, came out on top with 33 total medals. In mid-February, Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice was charged with assault. Witnesses reported seeing Rice drag his unconscious now-wife Janae Palmer out of an elevator. Months later, TMZ released a video of what happened inside the elevator, showing Rice delivering a left hook and knocking Palmer out cold. The public responded with wholehearted disgust, and many questioned the legitimacy and leadership of football commissioner Roger Goodell. On a lighter note, the FIFA World Cup kicked off on June 12th. Interest in soccer peaked as each participating country fell in love with their team. The U.S. men's national team made it past the group stages to the round of 16, but their journey ended with a loss to Belgium. Germany, however, were eventually crowned champions. LeBron James both broke and mended hearts around the nation when he announced his return home to the Cleveland Cavaliers. After leaving his hometown team in 2010, he won 2 championships with the Miami Heat. But Ohio will always hold a special place in his heart, so the world's best basketball player made his way home. Yankees number 2, Derek Jeter, announced his retirement from baseball this year. The future Hall of Fame shortstop was a 14-time All-Star and a class act. Jeter's last game in the Bronx was emotional. In the top of the ninth, he drove in one last run for the win. When asked about the hit and his time with the Yankees, Jeter said, "We shared a lot of success, a lot of memories. I guess this is one last one we can share together." In 2014, the sports world took big steps, and in some cases were presented with issues that extended beyond the field. But last year's gone, so here's to another year of competition, cheers, and championships. It'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. Reporting live from TNN, I'm Kelsey Adamitis. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kelsey. I'm so excited for baseball season to start up again.
I agree. I can't believe 2014 is already gone, but I'm certain 2015 will be an awesome year.
Well, stick to those 2015 New Year's resolutions and keep your eyes peeled for our next broadcast.
Thank you.